Hello, fellow Star Wars fans, and welcome to the channel. It's time to dive into the latest for the Star Wars comics for the week of November 13th. We're diving into a single issue, and it comes to us from the fine folks at Marvel, and that is Ewoks issue number 2, written by Steve Orlando, with artwork by Alvaro Lopez as well as Laura Braga. This one is called The Red Ghost Strikes, and we are in the midst of turmoil on Endor. So we have the second Death Star's destruction, and General Adelhard has tasked this General Koyatta to go back to Endor to retrieve some much needed supplies for the war efforts for the Iron Blockade for the Inuit sector. So, of course, General Koyatta recruits some people. He recruits DeWitton. He recruits a veteran of the Endor scout trooper. He recruits even the famed bounty hunter pair of 4LOM and Zuckuss. And the last point we left off is they've arrived on the planet and they have tried to incite help from the Bright Tree Village Ewoks, including Wicket, including Logray, Chief Chirpa, all these famous Ewoks that we've seen. That's where we leave off. And apparently 4LM is seen, obviously a droid, he's seen as almost, he proclaims himself to be the messenger of the, what do they call it, the adversary, right? Who is the opposite of the Golden One, which was C-3PO's designation in Return of the Jedi. So we start things off on a bad foot with these two, with the group of the Imperials and whatnot, because they want a little bit more than they need, what they're going to take. So they're basically trying to get a guide from the Ewoks to go and help them explore. And this comes right after this big battle with all these outsiders. So the Ewoks, they're not fans of these trespassers essentially going in there and trying to get help, and that is when the Red Ghost strikes. And the Red Ghost was mentioned in the first issue of this kind of Ewok, that's on the outskirts, that is just kind of rabid and going crazy and killing things and whatnot. So this Ewok says, no, I'm not going to let these outsiders try to get into our, into our culture and different things like that. Tries to attack them, and then all out battle happens, and we have Ewoks fighting this scout trooper guy. This DeWitton is trying to be the peacekeeper, saying, no, we shouldn't fight back, we should just kind of let these guys do their thing and go on our way. And that is when Wicket and his buddies show up, which is the grizzled old Ewok that was on the outskirts living off the land. And all this is all going on, and it's just carnage and chaos. And then finally sense breaks through to General Koyatta, who decides to stop fighting, but that's only because he says, okay, I will spare your village, but now I'm going to take a hostage. It's the fun and games are over. I'm not just going to request a guide. I'm literally going to take one of you hostage, and who's it going to be? So that's what happens there is he takes Wicket, and Wicket says something at the end in Basic. So that blew my mind, because Ewoks up until this point have not spoken Basic. So to see that actually happen, it's like, oh my gosh, they are turning a new page on the Ewok culture of them actually able to speak Basic. So that was really cool there. So diving into some of the positives of this one, of course, is that DeWitton, he's got a droid that's attached to his chest that's actually able to decipher the language of the Ewoks, and that is EK Sev. I just like the idea that this guy's been living for centuries, and he's like, I've been a killer, I've been all this, and I'm not going to kill these poor creatures, these little Ewok fuzzy creatures. And the artwork, by the way, is phenomenal. I absolutely love this. This artwork is great. And General Koyatta is just an absolute jerk-off. This guy, he deserves what's coming for him, because he just gets under my skin. Just the way he's written is just, this guy's such a jerk. He needs to get taken care of. He needs to get taken care of. So now they are leaving off. They have Wicket in tow, and he is going to guide them through the wilds of Endor to get to their destination. This reminds me a lot of The Caravan of Courage, which was the movie that came out, I think, in the late 80s for the TV movie. You could watch it on Disney+. That was The Caravan of Courage. I know the first issue had the cover little thing on there saying The Caravan of Carnage. So it's cool that we're getting, I think it's like the 40th anniversary of that, actually. So it is neat that we are now getting a little bit of homage. There's a lot more references in the first issue to that, but yeah, I've watched that recently. Ties in directly with all this stuff. I'm really enjoying this issue. It's a lot of fun. great Ewoks. And by the way, you have Nisa, who is introduced in this, and she is the daughter of Chief Chirpa. And by the way, the red ghost is actually Asha, who is another daughter of Chief Chirpa. So that was the big reveal, and this was like, okay, what is going on here? Like, why is the chief's daughter this kind of crazy, chaotic Ewok that doesn't even live on Bright Tree Village? I'm hoping we get more of a story on that, because that's a big reveal. But yeah, what'd you think about the Ewoks comic? Let me know in the comment section down below. For more on Star Wars, I put up a live stream of me unboxing and unwrapping, cracking open some packs of Star Wars Unlimited's latest release, and as Twilight of the Republic, focused on the Clone Wars. So if you like any of that content, it's there for you to watch. I think it's at least like an hour and 15, hour and 30 minutes long, something like that. So go ahead, check it out, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because that way you'll never miss another video from me here on the Starrapter YouTube channel. So that's going to do it for me, Chris. Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you always. Thanks for checking out the video. Please hit that thumbs up symbol. It helps me know that I'm making content that you guys enjoy. And if you enjoyed this video, I also include 2 videos down below you guys should check out. And please consider subscribing to this channel. It helps support me, and it notifies you guys of when I get new videos up on the channel. You can also contact me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Starrapter.